Did you know that one of the greatest friendships in history comes from the Bible? That's right. Today, we're diving into the life of Jonathan, the son of King Saul. We'll explore his story and highlight just what made him an incredible friend. So grab your favorite snack, settle in, and let's uncover the lessons from Jonathan's life. Jonathan was born into royalty. As the son of King Saul, he was expected to lead the nation of Israel one day. But Jonathan's heart was different. He didn't just see his life in terms of power and glory. He saw the value of friendship, loyalty, and humility. One of the first major events in Jonathan's life was his act of bravery against the Philistines. In 1 Samuel 14, he and his armor-bearer decide to take on an entire Philistine outpost without waiting for the rest of the army. Now, that's courage. Jonathan believed that God could help them win, even against overwhelming odds. This act of faith sets the stage for us to see how Jonathan was not just a soldier, but a leader who trusted God in all situations. Following this victory, there was a moment when Jonathan, unaware of his father's command for the troops to fast, ate some honey to regain his strength. When Saul found out, he declared that Jonathan must die. But the people of Israel defended Jonathan, recognizing his key role in their victory, and they refused to let Saul harm him. 1 Samuel 14:27-45. Now, the most significant part of Jonathan's life was his deep friendship with David. After David defeated Goliath, he became a hero overnight. Jonathan saw in David the qualities of a great leader, but also a faithful friend. In 1 Samuel 18:1-4, Jonathan made a covenant with David, a solemn promise to support and protect him. Jonathan even gave David his royal robe, armor, sword, and belt, symbols of Jonathan's recognition that David was destined to be king. This was an act of deep humility, showing that Jonathan valued their friendship more than his claim to the throne. As David's fame grew, so did King Saul's jealousy. Saul saw David as a threat and sought to kill him. But instead of siding with his father, Jonathan chose loyalty to David. In 1 Samuel 19, Saul ordered Jonathan and his servants to kill David. But Jonathan warned David of the danger and helped him escape. Jonathan then spoke to his father on David's behalf, reminding Saul of all the good David had done for Israel, convincing him, at least temporarily, to spare David's life. 1 Samuel 19:1-7. But Saul's jealousy soon returned, and David's life was again in danger. In 1 Samuel 20, Jonathan and David met in secret, and Jonathan renewed his covenant of friendship. He asked David to show kindness to his family, even after his death, knowing that David was destined to be king. 1 Samuel 20:12-17. They devised a plan to determine whether it was safe for David to stay or if he needed to flee. Jonathan warned David of Saul's intent to kill him through a secret signal, once again risking his own safety to protect his friend. When Saul realized that Jonathan was helping David, he became furious. In 1 Samuel 20:30-34, Saul's anger reached a boiling point. He even threw a spear at his own son, enraged by Jonathan's loyalty to David. But Jonathan stood firm in defending his friend, choosing what was right over his father's wrath. Their friendship was so deep that when Jonathan and David had to part, they wept together. In 1 Samuel 20:41-42, they embraced, knowing they might never see each other again. It was a moment of raw emotion, showing the strength of their bond. In 1 Samuel 23:16-18, Jonathan visited David while he was hiding in the wilderness. Jonathan encouraged David and reaffirmed that David would become king, and that he would stand by him as a loyal friend. Even though Jonathan knew he would never sit on the throne himself, he accepted God's plan and supported David wholeheartedly. Jonathan's life tragically ended on the battlefield at Mount Gilboa. In 1 Samuel 31, the Israelites fought against the Philistines, but they were overpowered. Jonathan, along with his brothers and his father, King Saul, fought bravely, but they all fell in battle. Jonathan died fighting for his people, showing his courage and loyalty until the very end. Though Jonathan's life was cut short, his story did not end there. David honored his covenant with Jonathan by caring for Jonathan's son, Mephibosheth, showing kindness to his family even after his death. So 2 Samuel 9. What can we learn from Jonathan? Jonathan's friendship with David teaches us about loyalty, love, and sacrifice. He showed us that true friends stick closer than a brother, encourage each other's faith, and are willing to make personal sacrifices for the sake of their friends. In our own lives, we can strive to be like Jonathan, choosing to lift up our friends, stand by them in times of trouble, and support God's plans, even when it requires humility and sacrifice. If you enjoyed learning about Jonathan's inspiring life, give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends who might need a reminder about the importance of friendship. And don't forget to comment below on what friendship means to you. Remember, the life of Jonathan reminds us that true friendship transcends challenges and brings out the best in us. May we all strive to be like Jonathan in our own friendships. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.